My first mission was over. We landed. Here is a picture. That's me, second from the left, with the rest of my crewmates, and you can see Space Shuttle Columbia behind us on the runway. That was the last time Space Shuttle Columbia made it to a runway. After that mission, Columbia was readied for another mission months later, STS-107, and many of you might remember that one, the Columbia accident. So right after us, after Columbia went to space again, it took some damage on the way up during launch. That damage put a hole in the wing, and some debris came off of the external tank, put a hole in the wing of the space shuttle. And when they tried to re-enter, the heat that built up thousands of degrees through friction in the atmosphere to slow the space shuttle down, that heat now entered the wing because of that damage, took the wing off. We lost the vehicle and the crew. We lost all of our friends. It was the worst day of my life when that happened. And we were mourning our friends. I missed them so much, trying to comfort their families. Then we also realized in the back of our minds, I think it was, what's going to happen to the space program? Are we going to be able to fly the space shuttle again? What are we going to do? Well, we kind of used that as motivation, that tragedy, that terrible accident that devastated so many people, and we lost our friends with it. We weren't going to let that stop us. And so we put our energy into seeing what we could do to fly again. We came up with repair techniques, inspection techniques. How can we get the shuttle flying again? We wanted to finish the International Space Station, and we were approved to do that. But one thing we weren't approved that was actually canceled was the final Hubble servicing mission, because it was going to be too dangerous, is what the bosses felt, what our leaders at NASA felt. It was too dangerous, because if you took damage up with Hubble, going to Hubble, and you were stuck in space, that wouldn't work. If you were at the space station, that's okay. You can stay on the space station, but there's no life support at Hubble. So again, we did not want this accident, not only to take the lives of our friends and take one of the space shuttles away, we didn't want it to ruin our program. So we came up with an idea, which was to have a rescue shuttle ready to go. So what you see for the next Hubble mission, we were able to get it back on the books by having one shuttle, Atlantis, which is the one closest to us, which would be the one for the crew going to Hubble, and then another space shuttle, you see Endeavour in the background, that was for a rescue crew. So there was a rescue crew ready to come save us in case we took damage and couldn't return. It was a very interesting idea. We planned it out, we practiced this, we got it approved, and that was the way we got the Hubble mission back on the books. And I think of times like this where we're dealing with a lot of tragedy, a lot of disappointment. What are we going to do? Everything has changed. Nothing's ever going to be the same, and it's not. But we have to figure out a way to move forward. We can't let these tough times that we're dealing with the COVID virus and with all the things that have happened to us, we can't let it take everything from us. We have to get through these months as best we can, rebuild whatever we can, change whatever we can, but come up with creative ways to move on.